Absolutely right. In a World Cup year, you want to get everything right. Every piece on that road towards the World Cup. And so far, first half against France, not so good for England, but they really turned it around in that second half and kept their foot on the pedal against Wales, didn't they? So they'll be really pleased with the momentum going into this game.
Key word, isn't it? Momentum. 63-0 against Wales. Changes. Can those changes continue that performance, continue that momentum for England today against Italy? Plenty of passion here at the Stoop. Let's have a look at the teams then. England first. Simon Milton takes the opportunity to give others a chance. So 8 changes in all. The headline, Alex Matthews returns. Already a World Cup winner. Could be a real star in August. She's that good. Sarah Hunter, Sunter to her teammates. Current World Player of the Year to the rest of us. Latoya Mason, Emily Scott and Rachel Burford all get the nod at 9, 10 and 12. Kay Wilson wins her 40th cap on the right wing. A settled side, this Italian outfit until 15 minutes ago. Now 4 new faces for this encounter. Paolo Zangirolami comes into the midfield, pushing Sofia Stefan out to the wing, and Michaela Solari moves into that 13 shirt. Rigoni and captain Sera Baratin start together for the 3rd time this championship. The scrum half wins cap number 70. 5 of this pack have been ever present this campaign, including back rowers Locatelli and number 8 Giordano. Adaghetti, that change, joins them at 6. The finishers then. Late changes yesterday for England on their pine. No Mo Hunt, so Bianca Blackburn wears 21. So that makes 313 caps for England. Italy now only have 7 replacements. Graham Cooper from Australia, your referee for this one. Can England take another step closer to a Six Nations title? A Grand Slam in this, a World Cup year. England against Italy here from the Twickenham Stoop. And it's the remodel Laura Keats who takes the kick-off, and then Marley Packer, you will see her running in those kind of angles all day long. There's Alex Matthews, straight into Vicky Fleetwood, getting that chance with Amy Cockayne on the bench today. Justin Lucas, another one giving a starting berth. Rochelle Clark, another one in the replacements. Scott, very interesting to see how many Scott goes today, Sue. Katie McLean, certainly the number one fly half, but England testing their depth
offside
here today against this Italian side, certainly showing them a lot of respect in the week. Seeing how the likes of Emily Scott, the likes of Sarah McKenna go in those vital positions, 10 and 15.
Yeah, very important for Simon Middleton that those players get some games under their belt. The players occupying those positions, Katie McLean, Danielle Waterburn, so much experience, but you have to plan for when you might have those players unavailable through injuries, suspension, yellow cards, whatever it might be.
And the start's so important. We saw that against Wales in the last round. We saw it against Canada just across the road in the autumn. You're going to like to start fast. Barattine's got other ideas about it. She's got some serious pace as well. Here goes Italy's captain. McKenna, crucial tackle. Ferrario arrives. Picks and goes around the side of the ruck.
Hands behind.
Locatelli leaves it for the scrum half. Barattini, who set this whole thing up. Rigoni uses Bertoni on her inside. Italy building well here. They're a well-structured side. Halfbacks will attack, and we've already seen that. Trevisan. Shirodan. Little dummy from Rigoni.
Advantage.
An advantage coming to Italy. Interesting to see what they do here. And they go for the post, but it's almost 3 points, and no less than they deserve. That is a scintillating break from their captain, leading from the front.
Yeah, you called it, didn't you, in the run-up to this. Barattin, such an important player for Italy. You don't see the original break. She just plays with her head up and sees the gap around the line out. Big test for Sarah McKenna, her first touch at fullback. She hasn't played a huge amount of rugby there, but we know she's comfortable defending in space from the Sevens game.
One real recognised second row.
When it come, play on.
Tamara Taylor out there for England. Linet has. They've had to be clever with it. Sarah Hunter opposing Italy there. Bertoni, Marley Packer, one of the tacklers.
Hands back.
England captain Hunter as well. Advantage coming to Italy again. England wanted the quick start. It's Italy with the start though. Little tab through from Forlan, and Stefan is there for Italy. And it is a dream start on English soil against a team they have never beaten.
What a start for Italy. The England defence just got drawn further and further in because the picks round the corner created space outside, and Stefan, the try scorer, won't quite believe it. Look, here it is, England just defending narrow, and Italy see that in an unusual move to kick the ball through there. Pretty much a simple 2-on-1, but it worked out well, didn't it? Probably thought she couldn't quite get the pass away. Lovely little dribble kick through, and Stefan's timing, brilliant to touch that one down.
They tried everything, Sue, didn't it? The scintillating break from the captain, and then the patience to build the phases. They went for the gamble, went into the corner. Line-out was pretty solid. Forward sucked in a couple of defenders, and that vision as well outside.
Yeah, they finished it off really, really well. What we know about Italy is that they're a really well-organised team. At times they can hold teams like Ireland for a whole half and to really take the game to them. What we haven't seen is the really good finishing skills and getting the ball into space at the right time. It's 5 minutes into this game, and they've shown us they can do that too.
Yeah, 3-3 against Ireland at half-time before Ireland got those 4 tries on with the very last play of the game. England have been talking about this week about the fast start.
No, okay. Play
I
the line
suspect
out. Blue ball.
Italy have been talking about it as well.
10's yours.
Certainly looks like it, doesn't it? England had started well. They were running forwards, 1 out, 2 out, using a pass from the forwards. Really got things going. There was a simple knock-on. Shows how quickly things turn around in rugby.
And Locatelli, Isabella Locatelli, looks in real trouble as well. Remember, they lost Caminado before the kick-off, about 10 minutes before kick-off.
Time back on.
And Locatelli is going off, and Valentina Rusa plays a rugby in Padua, wins cap 14. Just get a sense, sort of with the under-20s last night, the softening up process, England's superior fitness to count, but it's all Italy at the moment. Magatti, Maria Magatti,
Advantage, knock on.
wearing 11, playing down this right-hand side, and England finally get their hands on the ball, and it's Vicky Fleetwood. It's open, fast and furious.
Advantage over.
Poor pass from Latoya Mason went straight through the hands of Emily Scott. There's Tamara Taylor. Past the 100 cap mark now. Equal second with Amy Garnett. Marley Packer does the sensible thing, cuts back inside, and this is Marley Packer's way. It's a little fend in on Biliotti. Scott reasonably deep. Let's see her possibly just push up a little bit more, a little bit flatter. Scarrett outside with Burford again. They're experienced players. Burford coming in for Amber Reid, whose distribution skills were superb at Cardiff Arms Park. So much space out wide against Wales, and England saw it and exploited it. And Ferrari is offside. England get the penalty.
Play the ball.
I'm loving both teams' ambition. Italy moving the ball into the wide open spaces and really taking on England. All the talk before the game was how much are England going to try and take the ball wide and take Italy on, but brilliant ambition for Italy. And England, for their part, playing loads of rugby in their own half or in their own defensive third of the pitch. No one seems to be thinking about kicking the ball at the moment.
Early thoughts for Simon Middleton. Didn't start well against France, of course, in that first half. They were off the pace, physically a little bit on the back foot against France, very inaccurate, and that's a similar kind of start we're seeing here. That's a second poor pass in a row from Latoya Mason.
Yeah, it's the precision that's not quite there for England, isn't it? First of all, the bullet pass down from the line out to Latoya Mason didn't do her any favours at all, and the passes from the base, the passes across the back line, whereas against Wales they were going to hand in front of the player so you can run onto it at pace. They're stopping players, they're high, they're low. Got to get the accuracy right at this level.
Sets!
That's what England did against Wales. It all clicked. It reminded me, Sue, we were lucky enough to be out there in France to the World Cup semi-final against Ireland. It all just came together. Can do. But it's Italy, only their second try so far this Six Nations, to lead England. 5 points to 0. McKenna. Burford. To Magatti. Just tackled on that England 22-metre line. Hunter. Not dominant tackling at the moment from either side. Ball carrier is able to get over that gain line.
Keep coming, Blue.
Forlan.
Keep coming.
Let's catch from Latoya Mason. There's Kay Wilson. Her first appearance in this Six Nations.
Stay.
Cap number 40 today, one of those with a World Cup winners medal in the sock drawer or wherever she keeps it.
Stay.
You'd like to think framed somewhere.
going to say, my silver medals are in the sock drawer. I can see you might have a goal on the wall or something.
Knock on.
Let's not go there, Sue. Don't want to upset you. Baratina. Forlan
Playing
up from
advantage,
fullback.
knock on.
She's lively from fullback. We're playing advantage to England for the knock-on. Scott,
Advantage over.
Lucas and Hunter out. England flowing movement on that right-hand side. McKenna and Wilson Hardy don't connect again and again. It's inaccuracy from England.
Yeah, if we've been kind, I suppose, a lot of changes in this England pack, so it doesn't matter how much training you do, the pace of playing at international level out on the pitch in a game is a little bit different, but they do need to get this accuracy right.
But we are looking at a fully professional squad. I mean, we're being ultra picky here now. We're only 10, 11 minutes into this game.
Take him back.
We're looking at a fully professional squad, and that's sure what Tom Middle is trying to achieve. Players coming in, whether it be in-game or game-to-game, and it being a seamless transition.
Yeah, and it does make a difference being professional. They haven't been professional for long. It can't make that much of a difference this year, but the fact is, when you've got that time together to prepare in the week after week in the Six Nations, it gives you time to get the patterns right, to get the accuracy right, to understand exactly what to expect from your teammates in every given situation.
And a big thing is the physical preparation. Wales found that was a comment of Roland Phillips, the Wales coach, after that 63 points to nil loss. Again, accuracy from England. Got to stay on their feet. Mila Mills thought she was up and away. He's done a brilliant job in the second row. The Litchfield player.
I'm not so convinced this season that the professional nature of the team makes that big a difference, and the physical side of the game, that hasn't been long enough for that to have made a difference. I would argue, though, that the one thing that I lacked, or we lacked when I was playing, that we would have liked more of, is time together to get those patterns right.
Certainly a huge amount of time together, whether it be full-time contracts or short-term contracts through to the end of the World Cup, like Tamara Taylor has. Laura Keats is a very different shape player in a very positive way. Those are the kind of changes that England and their strength and conditioning crew are making. Charge down. This is Rigoni. Kay Wilson trying to counter-ruck there. Travis Sanders got in there, secured the ball. Alex Matthews again repels the second row. Giordano. Miller Mills, very happy to accept that one, and the step as well. It's brilliant from Harriet Miller Mills. 2 steps to the second row. Now they're playing like a centre onto the real centre, Burford. They go down that short side again, through the back rowers. Hunter and Packer. Mason again.
Blue never onside, blue never onside.
Advantage coming to England. Italy offside here. England looking to draw things level.
Yeah, still got.
Fleetwood. One of the Olympians, Burford. White to scout this space. Emily Scout won't need much. Gives it to Kay Wilson. And it's try time for England. Cap number 40, try number 18 for Kay Wilson.
Unconventional but excellent from Emily Scarrett to make that try for Kay Wilson. Of course, a lot happened before that, but what Emily Scarrett did so well. Here's that kick, first of all, straight down the throat of Harriet Miller-Wills, and she certainly, in the full-time training, has been working on her footwork, Johnny Hammond, hasn't she? Brilliant from her, keeps the ball alive, takes it forward, and eventually the ball comes wide, and now it's here. Emily Scarrett goes for the shoulder of Magatti. Magatti can't leave Emily Scarrett alone, so it draws her in, leaving the space out wide for the netball pass out to Kay Wilson, and a simple finish for her. But it was that from Emily Scarrett, drawing both defenders, that made the try.
24 points in the Six Nations, top of the pile coming into this round. 2 conversions, 4 penalties. Player of the match against France, 4 conversions against Wales. Starts with a miss here against Italy, but we are all square, and this is the danger of Emily Scarratt. Attracts defenders, not only with her pace, her size, but her skill level as well.
And probably a reputation too. You're thinking in the back of your mind, I've seen this woman score before, and you could see McGatty, she was desperate to stay out on the wing on Kay Wilson. In the end, thought, I just can't, I've got to go and stop Scarratt, and what Scarratt did so well was to get the pass away.
Such an unflustered player. Fleetwood, she's got huge amounts of pace, and you say she was out in Rio, she's got bags of pace.
Thank you.
For a hooker. Emily Scott pops that one into the trail line. Furlan comes up, just comes off the right knee, and England will gain some territory, have the line out here. We have a look at this England line out. No Emily Braun at the moment in the second row with a knee injury. No Abby Scott, again an ACL. So tomorrow, Taylor and Harriet Miller-Mills have been playing in that second row. Harriet Miller-Mills, normally a back rower in our club rugby. Matthews to Scarratt. England beginning to get their game going. That is Alex Matthews at her very best, rampaging best. Described by one of our coaches in the nicest possible way, but a freak of nature. She is that aggressive, a ball carrier and tackler as well. Wilson Hardy, there's space out there, and England make it 2 in 2 minutes. From the early inaccuracy from England, now beginning to find the passes and score the tries.
Yeah, much better for England. It's clear their game plan is to get their big, strong ball carrying forwards, at least 2 out. 2 passes out where the defence is smaller and spread wider. That's exactly what they did here. Alex Matthews made the break. Gets the ball away to Emily Scarratt, who's brought down, but England get there in numbers, and in the end it's a really lovely, deft pass from Laura Keats out to Amy Wilson-Hardy.
But all that damage done by Alex Matthews. We mentioned her in the team list. She's back from a long layoff of concussion.
Yeah, it's been a really frustrating time for Alex Matthews, really frustrating time, but she's back now, and she is such a good ball carrier. She always adds any team she's playing, and the go forward that she brings to the team makes such a big difference.
Youngest ever World Cup finalist substitute when England beat Canada. Scarratt's reset the sat-nav. Adds the 2, 12-5 England. There is Alex Matthews at timeout with a concussion. It's try number 5 now for England. For the flanker. Has played in the centres for a club Richmond. A decent pedigree. She may have learned a little bit off her older sister Fran, who's involved in the England Sevens programme. She's played some Sevens herself, of course, Alex Matthews.
Maul not used,
yeah, she's not easy to bring down in space out on the Sevens pitch, that's for sure. But concussion, it's such a frustrating injury. If you break a leg or you've got a knee injury, you get rehab exercises. As a rugby player, as an athlete, you like goals to aim for. There's nothing you can do with concussion. You can't go out there and make it better by doing more exercise. You've just got to wait.
And certainly didn't want to rush her back.
Crouch! Binds!
Jenna Domenico.
Steady.
Andrea, the Italian coach, pacing just behind us in the stand.
Back.
Plenty for him to ponder, especially in the last 5 minutes or so, as England just bursting through. Seems like it will. Silari has other idea. She makes a break of her own. Rigoni puts boot to ball. This one's going to bounce, and England will have the line out, but deep in their 22. Rigoni just trying to play a little bit of territory, put a little bit of pressure on England, and important for them to get a little bit of territory after the last 5 or 6 minutes. They've been under the pump.
Definitely psychologically you want to get back in the attacking 22, the attacking half of the pitch, and you imagine they'll have talked about it in preparation. Danielle Waterman not playing, Sarah McKenna inexperienced there, let's test her out. That wasn't really a tester for the fullback because it was too wide.
Stuff from Latoya Mason, born in Auckland, played the development squad with Amy Cockayne, the England hooker, on the bench today. Both now fully fledged England players. Cap 62 for Latoya Mason, substituting 2 World Cup finals, one here at the Stoop. England have only lost 2 games here at the Stoop, both to the Black Ferns. It's their 13th game here. 2010 World Cup final, and also in the autumn to the Black Ferns. Any game they lost in their 4. Baratin feeding again the big runners, but England turn that ball over. Vicky Fleetwood
Holding on.
made the tackle straight back on her feet. That Sevens experience.
Yeah, she certainly plays like an extra back row player. She's played a bit of Sevens. Vicky Fleetwood, so always good value in the breakdown to win the ball back for you.
Time off. Yep. Time's off.
So the disconnect from Fleetwood, unable to go straight in on that ball.
In there so quickly, wasn't she? The tackle from Sarah Hunter, and then Fleetwood straight in. 3 Italian players around her, but still managed to get her paws on it.
You say, working in tandem with Sarah Hunter. Such a consistent performer. Sarah Hunter, MBE. Mustn't forget that.
She
A
has,
couple of them in the squad now, aren't there?
there are Rocky Clark as well.
Katie McLean.
Katie McLean.
Just going to get herself patched up.
Just a
Sarah
little
Hunter,
cut.
Bobby Cleal will be her replacement for now.
She always plays rugby with a smile on her face, Sarah Hunter, running off the pitch there, blood pouring down the side of her head, grinning away. Get that one sorted in a couple of minutes and be back on the pitch.
This who just makes you smile. Phenomenal leader, really has been the anchor with the switching between 15s and 7s. She has been the constant. It's given a lot to English rugby. So there's this lady, try scorer in the World Cup final. Scout, it's a brilliant offload. McKenna cuts back inside. England looking for try number 3 here. Italy comes straight through. Baratin, we've already seen her pace. Fly hacks it ahead. Marnie Packer is back there. Emily Scout has worked so hard to get back there as well. It's a kind of inaccuracy that will annoy the England coaching setup. Great opportunity to score there from the wonderful play from Emily Scarrett.
Backwards.
And now they're back in their own half.
And it was Emily Scarrett who got back there to slow Italy's breakout down.
Latoya Mason says, well, let's just take a break. Let's get into the Italian half and take a breather.
Yeah, there's an accuracy at the breakdown. Here's the brilliant break. It's the short line from Emily Scarrett that the defence can't quite get in the way of. And that offload round the back, you could see she was always looking for it. She always wanted to get the ball away. And with those long arms, if you're looking for it, you can free him up. Brilliant.
An angle.
That's a maul.
So straight. As you say, just a world-class player looks like they got time with the ball. It's exactly every time Henry Scarrett gets the ball. You knew she was going to offload it. It was just a matter of when, and that cool calmness under pressure. Wilson McKenna's come up from full-back, and it's a neat step from Sarah McKenna, and another one. Needs a little bit of support now. Marley Packer arrives. Latoya Mason, they've come left England. Plenty of defenders there for Vicky Fleetwood. Giordano with a very physical tackle. Marley Packer.
Out 12.
Giordano is holding her left shoulder now, though. Vicky Fleetwood's back on her feet. Burford, Miller Mills.
Okay.
Wilson Hardy.
Advantage white.
Rigoni. Fly half makes the tackle. Tamara Taylor. Most popular figures in this squad. Scott. That was Burford.
Time off. Turnover's
Time
good.
off, says the
Okay,
referee.
I've got foul play. I've got foul play.
Italy have the
Turnover's good,
turnover.
but
We
I've
are
got
going to
foul
have
play.
another look at that tackle.
Eric, you got me?
It was Valentino
I would like to
Ruza.
show you a tackle, eye tackle from number 4, Italy.
Yep.
Just going on the screen now.
There's a tackle on Vicky Fleetwood. Eric Crozier, his eagle eyes, not going to miss that one. It was one of those, oh, just as we watched it.
I send you another angle from the back.
Okay, Eric, I'm not seeing anything on screen.
Okay.
So, I'm happy for you to make a decision.
Looking at the tackle from Valentino Ruza, but it's the swinging right arm is that we have a look at from
Just
Elisa
looking at the last
Bellotti.
angle, and then that will be okay.
Yeah, if it's made contact with Vicky Fleetwood's face, so it's hard to see how they won't see that as a high tackle when the referee finally gets to see it on the same as the rest of us.
Coops, I have a decision.
Yep.
So for me, it's an eye tackle straight to the head.
Yep.
By number 4, black, for Italy.
Yep.
So I would recommend penalty and yellow card.
Fantastic. Okay. Number 4. Yep.
Be very careful where the
So,
tackles
I've
are.
got high tackle directly to the head. Okay. Yellow card.
It's
Apologies
20,
all round.
20 meters from the goal line, 15 meters from the touch.
Bellotti.
Okay, back 10 for me, Blue.
It's a yellow card, and
Hang on, time's still off.
disruptions. There's another injury for
Hard
Italy. Now Valentino Ruza involved in that tackle is coming off.
That's it,
Michaela
time's up.
Esti on the field. That's 3
Thanks,
back
Aaron.
rows they've lost already in this game, and now they're down to 14 as well.
Yeah, it's a tough patch of the game, this, for Italy, to lose that many players with injury. Having to reorganise constantly is difficult, and then to load on top of that to going down to 14. And here comes Sarah Hunter, well patched up. England not losing back row players at the moment.
Blue 18. Number 18,
Left the
Blue.
field.
Oh, she's gone? Okay. Time back on.
So England go into the corner like Italy did.
Time back on.
It's opening couple of minutes when they scored. There was Stefan. Now it's England looking for their 3rd try. Inside 26 minutes. That's the job of the forwards that they did against France in the autumn.
No,
So they're
out,
driving
out.
power. Vicky Fleetwood has it. They're over that line, and Vicky Fleetwood has the 5-pointer. You could just sense it was coming. Italy, big holes out wide, out-muscled up front. England gamble the 7-pointer, and they have 5 with a conversion to come.
Pretty textbook, wasn't it? It didn't get moving quickly, but it doesn't need to. England organise themselves really well. You can see number 5, Tamara Taylor, at the head of that. How many times has she been in the middle of those? England now, the legs driving all in the same direction, all together. Nothing was going to stop that. An easy one in the end for Vicky Fleetwood.
Out wide for Emily Scarrett. $337 points to her name now. This cap 64. Katie McLean went over that 400-point mark against Wales. Proud for her. Scarrett annoyed with herself. The reaction just didn't strike it well. The sound, you'd know, Sue, much better than I would.
All my 3 conversions in my whole rugby career, and none of those for England, I might add. The sound didn't sound good there, did it?
The sound of that driving more would have pleased that man, though. Matt Ferguson, the England forwards coach, works on that tirelessly. Went down to Hazelwood, the very impressive London Irish training base this week, to spend some time with the England cap. Delightful bunch to be around, so accessible, and the attention to detail, it is extraordinary. The work of the number 8s with balls going around the post, but the line-out work as well. And these coaches, Scott Beeman and Matt Ferguson, have really added some extra detail to what is a very detailed programme under Simon Middleton anyway. Matthews, Burford outside, Scarrett outside as well. Just tucks it under the arm.
Tackle only.
Showing the review. Get it in 2 hands, Alex Matthews. Nice pass from Wilson Hardy. Kay Wilson ran out of space. And again, the first part, superb from England. Will annoy the coaches running out to touch.
Yeah, poor decision-making in the entering. And this, first of all, the break from Alex Matthews. Let's give that a moment. Brilliant running from her. As you say, if she'd had the ball in 2 hands, I would have thought she could have got a pop away to Marley Packer or one of the others chasing. But then the problem really with that piece at the end wasn't so much there wasn't space, but Kay Wilson was too far ahead. There was no space for her to run onto the ball from Sarah McKenna.
Important today, isn't it, for England, without a championship win since 2012, to stick to the processes. 17-5, 3 tries up, not half an hour to get on the clock. I'm not sure many people would put any decent money on an Italy win here today, as you've already said, Sue, about how much England are going to win by. Got to stick to the processes, though, and that's really important for them as this game goes on. Wilson Hardy on that wide right-hand side, just held up by Silari. Plays her rugby in England for the Ailsa Bulls.
More.
Doing particularly well in the Women's Premiership. Bristol lead the way with 11 wins from 13. Richmond, last year's inaugural playoff final winners against Saracens at the Stoop. Only picking up 3 wins.
It's been good.
Ailsa Blues in second in that table.
It's been good, girls.
It's the pass from Kay Wilson to Sarah McKenna just a little bit early, which allowed Stefan to move out onto McKenna. So there was just a 2-on-2. They'd managed to just make that pass a little bit later. 2-on-1. And Wilson Hardy might have been in the corner.
Set. Steady.
Steady now, says referee Cooper. Giordano comes away. It's a good bust on number 8 from the base of the scrum. Italy looking to get their exit right. Huge amount of distance found by Pietri Rigoni.
That doesn't relieve a huge amount of pressure for Italy, does it? England at the moment making lots of breaks, getting through the first tackle, getting way over the gain line, but not able to convert that into points. What have they got here?
First up, they got the catch from Miller Mills. England driving forward. Great body positions.
Out now.
It'd be a flat line, and it was initially, wasn't it? Now England going through again, up into 5th gear, this driving maul. I think it's Fleetwood again. She's twisting and scoring again. 2 for Vicky Fleetwood, and a bonus point for England. Just over the half-hour mark.
Pretty much 20-odd metres that England managed to control the ball in that maul. Not an easy thing to do. If you get too much momentum, there's too many players getting each other's way. They controlled it brilliantly. Just managed to stop it, Italy, just short of the line, and you wondered if England would manage to get it back together, and then they do. Vicky Fleetwood, peace of mind to turn around the other way and get it over the line. Look at the control in that maul, was fantastic, wasn't it?
I'm fine, thanks. Cheers.
Do you like former fly half admire the technical abilities of a driving maul?
I'd have been standing out wide saying, come on, give us the ball. There's loads of space out here.
And you would have got the same answer then as the backs got that time. You're not having it. I mean, yes, but technically that is superb, as you say. Very difficult at that speed to keep that control.
Well, they tell me it's difficult. It may just been they were saying that so that we'd shut up out in the back line.
Look behind the post.
Come on, Blue.
You can have a chat with Rocky Clark post-match.
Time off.
With Vicky Fleetwood. It is a real weapon of England, as I say. They dug themselves out of a couple of the autumn games. French game with the driving maul. It's not all about I mean, of course, against Wales, the back three were on fire. Water and Wilson Hardy and Lydia Thompson scoring tries for fun. Already we've seen 2 driving maul tries, and that bonus point already there for England. Also, like the viewers may not have picked up on, we were with Emily Scarrett getting that conversion, but Sarah Hunter, despite getting the bonus point,
I'm not sure. They'll tell me. Yeah.
had a little word with the referee about how Italy were defending it. I mean, they were going forward at a rate of knots, but still the presence of mind, that experience to have a word with the referee to say, watch how they are defending driving mauls.
Yeah, very important. Sarah Hunter's one of those players that referees will listen to. She's not shouting all the time. She's not yelling things out. She's not neither at her team nor anywhere. And so when she does speak, when she, people tend to listen. That's the kind of leader that she is as well.
Playing.
Pretty quiet, leading from the front, leading by example. And what she says really makes a difference.
And she's having a word with the referee now, saying, let's play on. Well, Ferrari has been patched up. She's had an oil leak. No, let's not go there. I didn't know.
You did, it's too late.
Let's move on. Scott. Hunter.
Advantage,
That ball knocked out of her hand by Rigoni. England scrum.
2 knock-ons. First by Blue.
And Italy can't afford to lose any more forwards. That's why I think the referee had some sympathy for Marta Ferrari.
Yeah, Sarah Hunter just trying to make the little pop to Harriet Miller-Mills into space. But it's an England scrum nonetheless.
Okay, sorry.
Talk about that game against Wales. It's England's 100th Six Nations game, their 87th win. Decent ratio. The 200th win in all test matches in 241.
Here's your mark.
11 tries in all. There was some real bite. Didn't start that way here at the Stoop. Italy took that lead. And a pile on the pressure while Italy, Pilotti in the sin bin. As Hunter breaks away, rightly the current World Player of the Year. Mason Miller-Mills wasn't expecting it, and little mistake from Harriet Miller-Mills, doesn't make too many of them.
No, me.
Yep.
the link between 9 and 10 for England, or 9 and the 10 position, isn't quite working. First of all, brilliant run from Sarah Hunter. She's seen Marley Packer do it. She's seen Alex Matthews do it. Her go now. And I think neither of them was sure, Harriet Miller-Mills or Emily Scott, who that ball was going to. And England changing both half-backs for this game. It's just not quite clicking.
The inexperienced Emily Scott, or relatively only cap number 19 today for her. She's got that experience outside of the Burford and Scarrett outside, and also inside Latoya Mason, who does have a good kicking game. Kicking there to win a ball against there. Kay Wilson juggle. Back again. Scrum against the head. Not even the scrum is going right for Italy. Could be a long second 40 minutes. The Italian women's side here. Mason finds Scott this time. Keats was there, but Scott goes for a little dart herself. Scarrett half charged down. May work out for England in the end, though. Wilson Hardy did pick it up, but it was knocked on from England.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to pop up into the hands of Sarah McKenna. Even a kick from Emily Scarrett that goes wrong looked like it was going to work out, but Sarah McKenna couldn't quite claim it. It's very well charged down there. It pops up.
Just remember that settle has to come quick, okay?
Can't quite get hands on it.
You know, the 26-13 victory over France, 26 unanswered points in that second half over the road at Twickenham in round one. We've spoken about 63-0. It's Wales, Scotland up next. March the 11th here at the Stoop. Baratin to Rigoni. Haven't seen too much of them breaking. They can. McKenna, effect inside. Forlan was there.
Hold.
Rigoni. Emily Scott can't take it. Sarah Hunter does. A bit scrappy. Scarrett, there is space behind Sophia Stefan, the try scorer for Italy. Emily Scarrett trying to find it. It's bobbling around, and Forlan will have to try and play it. Did Alex Matthews tackle a little bit high there?
I think the referee thinks she might have.
6 is off her feet.
I know, off her feet. Certainly a great chase from Alex Matthews, wasn't it? Big kick from Emily Scarrett, very, very well placed.
And tackle was high.
Yeah.
See that one again.
Yep, yeah, gotcha.
And these tackles have to be so careful nowadays. Either way, it's a penalty to Italy, but distance on that kick, not great again. The wind just picks up here at the Twickenham Stoop.
Looked pretty high, didn't it?
I think she's got to get back onto her feet before she can handle that ball again. No ruck was formed. Pittoni. Third start of the Six Nations. Quite how Baratin intended to get in her hands, but it got there anyway and kicks downfield only as far as McKenna, though, who links with Wilson. Mason. Defensive line from Italy. It's a well-structured side.
Release, Blue! No.
To release now. And England looking for one more try before half-time. That lady, Ricky Fleetwood, looking for a hat-trick. Burford, where's this one going? Magatti.
Hold 12.
Well initially. Baratin keeps it in field. Maybe better just to get that one off the field.
Blue.
Off the park. Laura Keats. Too many side steps from her. Head down and forward. Scott wider this time. Justin Lucas, great hands from her. Scout and expect to find Harriet Miller-Mills.
Coaches, Bob, you got just over a minute
Out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great hands from Emily Scarrett. Great hands from England, really. Just slightly in front of Harriet Miller-Mills, was it? Made it a little bit too difficult for her, but you could see that last defender was fixed. Loads of space for Harriet Miller-Mills if she could have grasped hold of it.
So the message at half-time is tighten up for England. Yes, there's been some excellent stuff, some driving mauls, scrums against the head, some excellent individual work. Think of the breaks of Alex Matthews and her return.
Coach.
Just tighten generally up.
Yeah, they
Binds.
certainly haven't made the most
Set.
of their opportunities. England, they've left a lot of points out there on the pitch.
Italy, we know, will keep coming. Plenty of heart and passion in the side. And it will annoy England as well, that early score. Wilson Hardy. Okay, Wilson. Indecisive and slightly lateral running from the two wingers. And the intercept from Rigoni. Scout tracking it out. Getting those long pistons going. I think it would be one winner in that race. And Alex Matthews is back there as well with Miller-Mills.
Stay, Blue. You've taken the back.
Exciting finish to the first half for Rigoni. The fly half, trying to make something from nothing. Kay Wilson for England, trying to make one more assault on that Italian line. Slightly high from Magatti, Maria Magatti. Scarrett, Burford is chasing. Is it bouncing? Out of touch, and that will be the half-time whistle here at the Stoop. England inaccurate in some things. I think the face of Emily Scarrett pretty much sums it up. Some good things. Yes, the bonus point in the bag already from England, but I guess the report at half-time is could do better. England lead Italy here at the Twickenham Stoop by 24 points to 5 at the break.
All good. Thank you. Oh yeah, please. Yeah, it's still got.
Women's Six Nations game. England with a bonus point in that first half already. 2 tries for Vicky Flew, 1 for Kay Wilson, Amy Wilson-Hardy as well. 24 points to 5. But the first half, real accuracies from England, and Emily Scarrett's face coming off the field. And we just had a very quick word with Simon Middleton, the England coach, as he was going back up to his high perch here at the Twickenham Stoop. A frustration and annoyance to the way England are playing, Sude.
Yeah, because it could be a very good performance. They're making a lot of chances, England, but the inaccuracy means that they're throwing a lot of those chances away. Simon Middleton will be looking for a much more accurate performance from England in this half.
Advantage, not come by blue.
Victoria Mason. Tamara Taylor.
Away,
So
blue.
just tidy things up. Will be the message from England. All the bits and pieces are there, it's putting them together in an accurate way. Emily Scott already, you can see a little more structure to England. There's been one change for Italy at half-time. Elisa Coquella, over 16. On for Lucia Guy, the tie head. Sarah Hunter as well, wearing a blank shirt.
No
Blood
blue.
injury in that first half. Good patient build up here for England. Plenty of runners on either side. Emily Scarrett's quality showed in that first half. McKenna. Scott. Miller Mills using those big runners again. England, something they tried to do in that first half with Miller Mills, Matthews and Marley Packer. It's Justine Lucas. No Vicky Corbett at the moment, serving her ban. Scarrett coming onto that ball, Miller Mills.
Away, blue.
See the ability of Tamara Taylor and Miller Mills, having played plenty of rugby in that back row. Saw that Tamara Taylor, of course, a sensational run and dummy in the World Cup final for the Nolly Waterman try.
Lost forward by White.
That's what England want, is high skill
Advantage,
levels,
knock
very
on
much
by
like
White.
the men, of course, in the 20s as well. Very high skill levels throughout the team, throughout the 15, the 23, the squad.
Yeah, because even if you only get to touch the ball a couple of times a game, Dan Cole rarely gets his hands on the ball, does he? By way of example, when you do, you've got to make it matter. It's got to be accurate.
Yeah.
Loads of phases from England, but they couldn't quite break through that Italy defence, could they?
There's no full play, just clash heads.
Perfect, thanks, mate.
So Lucas going into the contact. Melissa Bertoni is back on her feet, back into the fray. Well, the Italian scrum has been solid. It normally is
Turn back
in the Six Nations games. Lost that last scrum of that first half against the head to England. Not something that front rowers, front five
Bind.
players like to do.
Set.
Suspect that would have been mentioned to them at half-time.
Reset.
Little carrot
Down.
not to do it again.
They'd certainly pride
We'll come this way,
themselves
Vic.
on a strong, solid scrum, Italy. And in a game like this, when you're under the cosh, you're doing a lot of defending. The last thing you want to be doing is giving first phase ball away against the head, handing the ball back to the opposition to run at you again.
Crouch. Binds. Sets. Stay 9 step.
Have struck that ball nice and cleanly. Coquella in that front row now. Belvedere Verdi club she plays for. Wins cap 60. Head injury assessment for Melissa Bertoni.
And no surprise at all to see England kicking for touch on that penalty after the tries in the first half off the catch and drive.
Number 2, blue, head, HIA.
Giacomelli has to come on. Bertoni for a head injury assessment. She looks like she's okay, but just
Come
can't
back on.
mess with these areas, these head injuries nowadays, or any days really. Get yourself checked out. England with the line-outs.
Advantage.
Tamara Taylor and a driving maul that produced 2 tries
Taking out the
in that
lifter.
first half. England already have the penalty for the driving maul that they set themselves.
That's
Again,
nice.
Italy have got in there really nicely. Michele Esti to stop that driving maul,
Taking out
because
the
Vicky
lifter.
Fleetwood had her mitts on the ball again, looking for the hat-trick.
They're clearly something they'll have talked about at half-time. It's clearly something they'll have talked about in preparation for this game as well. That time they got in the way of it, but illegally, so England get another go. Do you do the same thing again, Johnny?
I'd have gone for 3. No, yes, absolutely,
White, just
to the
take a step
corner.
off the line for me, please.
Fleetwood to the tail, nice throw. Slightly blustery day. There she is again, just trampling over the bodies. Marley Packer screaming for it, and it will with a hat-trick try for Vicky Fleetwood. All from that technically sound, technically superb driving maul of England.
Yeah, you can see all the backs pointing in the same direction, low and flat, all the legs pumping. Again, Italy tried really hard to sack this straight away and couldn't do it. England took their time, they were patient. Marley Packer yelling them on there. It's Vicky Fleetwood who comes away with the points again, hat-trick.
Hat-trick for Lydia Thompson in Cardiff in the last round. Hat-trick for a forward in this round. Does she have to buy all the drinks tonight?
All the recovery drinks.
Recovery drinks, I was going to say. I was going to use a brand, but probably best not to. Scarrett annoyed with herself from kicking tee, and that won't help her general mood. Talking before the game, she really has tightened up on that area, just went off the boil. So far this Six Nations, she has been in great kicking form. Not today, though.
Her teammates haven't done her any favours, have they? They keep scoring these tries out wide.
She pulled England back into the game with those constant 3-pointers against France.
Yeah.
Player of the game. Have a reliable goal kicker normally. It's an off day for Emily Scatt.
Strip,
She knows
play
that.
on.
England know that. Again, accuracy from England. Justin Lucas trying to counter
No,
up.
stay.
Baratine waits for Italy. Coquera. Placed in the front row, but England looking to turn that ball. They've done superb work. It's Sarah Hunter,
Holding on.
the skipper. Her 17th start in a row for England.
10 back here.
Consistent, isn't she? Rarely gets injured, and it just shows when they're changing everything else around her. They'd like to keep the coaching team, the consistency of Sarah Hunter, the consistency of that leader right in the middle of everything, who keeps her cool, keeps calm, and then at the right moment pops up to steal the ball. Brilliant technical work from her at the breakdown.
And it's a moment like that England have started this half pretty accurately. First mistake really of the second half, and then for their captain, get a turnover ball like that. Set the standard, she so often does. And again, Alex Matthews being used in that midfield. Big abrasive ball carrier that she is. Scarrett, Wilson Hardy, McKenna being dragged out to touch by Italy. And again, England out wide, making it easy for Italy to use that touchline as an extra defender.
Yeah, it's not clicked in the back three today. I suppose no surprise given how many
17.
changes are made. Amy Wilson-Hardy, not hugely experienced in 15. Sarah McKenna, not hugely experienced at 15. But it's just not clicking. They're finding themselves really in not much space, partly because England's tactic today is to run the big runners up the middle off line out, and so that does cut the outside backs out of a bit of space.
That's it.
Advantage,
So
not come by White.
Bertoni back on. Giacomelli going off the hooker past her head injury assessment, and there she is.
Still playing advantage.
Right on cue. Huge hit on the hooker though.
Yeah,
Miller Mills looking for that turnover.
no advantage, knock on.
Coops, substitute,
Yep.
6 White, off.
Cool.
Is in Noel
Six
Smith
wide
waiting to
substitution.
come on the field for England. It's going to be Alex Matthews. She's first came back. She's lasted just under 49 minutes, and just glimpses of exactly what she can do.
Yeah, good short shift from her, but lots of very good running up the middle. I wonder if England becoming a little bit predictable now, throwing the big runners
Crouch.
up the middle off line out, 2
Binds.
passes out. It's
Sets.
Italy getting better and better at defending it.
2 sevens on the field now. Noel Smith even to Alex Matthews and Marley Packer on the flanks. Hunter to Scott. Banatin individually has been superb this lunchtime for Italy. Scintillating break in the opening quarter of this match. Seems to be everywhere. Rigoni. Bertoni again. Turned over by England. Noel Smith in
Release,
attendance. With Sarah
Pause
Hunter. Noel Smith winning cap 27 today. One of those players who worked really, really hard to keep herself in contention of this England squad. Some really good performances away from her. Latoya Mason just passing straight into Ferrari, saying to the referee,
Playing
well,
advantage.
she's offside. Referee Graham Cooper having none of it. Forlan.
Advantage over.
Magati, Forlan and a little 1-2. And a chip ahead from the fullback as well. Well placed from Sarah McKenna. And then puts the afterburners on.
And that's the inexperience we're talking about in the back three. When you've got that much space running at a broken defence to end up taking yourself off the pitch, handing the ball back to the opposition. Got to look up and make sure you're staying away from the touchline.
She did so many things right there, didn't she? That first
Really
2 or 3
did.
metres. Positioning was superb. Ball skills to take the ball, and afterburners to get away. To come away from the touchline. A coach killer. Magati, full of running, the left winger. Rigoni had numbers. It's good positioning from Wilson-Hardy just to cut the initial pass out.
Tackle.
Baratin, captain, cap 70, and all that experience shining through from the scrum half. Coquella. Better from Italy, putting a couple of phases together. And Sophia Stefan puts boot to ball. Just pushes England back. Won't mind that at all. Let England play from deep, see how England can exit.
Yeah, putting some good phases together, Italy, some really good ball carrying. Getting them over the gain line, putting the pressure on England. They've started the second half much like the first half, really taking the game to England when they get the opportunity.
15 matches Broadcast to 100 countries around the world in this Women's Six Nations. First time that's been done in this World Cup year, of course, in August, over in Ireland. Scout. Quality again to literally steal the ball off Silari, off a poor kick from Mason. Bianca Blackburn would be the scrum half replacement, Natasha Hunt. Forced out of the 23 yesterday. Beautiful pass again from Scout. Lovely footwork again from Harriet Miller-Mills.
Tackle only.
Certainly a nice montage of Harriet Miller-Mills and her footwork. Marley Packer takes it out of the hands of Vicky Fleetwood and then throws the pass forward. And again, the work from Scout, the work from Miller-Mills, to end with that frustrating mistake from Marley Packer.
Yeah, Marley Packer knows it as well. First of all, that pass from Harriet Miller-Mills, we didn't really get to see it. Excellent to Scarrett in space, and then Scarrett the vision to see past the three Italian defenders to get the ball back to Miller-Mills. And there she is again, Emily Scarrett. It was a poor kick from Mason.
Yeah.
Could have been very, very dangerous. But Emily Scarrett, such good ball skills in the air, gets really high. Of course, she's got a bit of a head start over most people with that height.
Yeah, she's a tall lady. I mean, she played rounders England under 18. I just wonder if she'd played in the netball for England age groups as well. Emily Scout, Marley Packer, that's her last act of the day. Amy Cockayne comes on for Marley Packer. That'll mean that Vicky Fleetwood will move to the back row. She's got that kind of pace, and Amy Cockayne into that front row.
Time back on.
Yeah, we've seen some brilliant running from England forwards. Then another good runner coming on. Amy Cockayne runs some great lines out wide, really takes the defence on.
Check at the scrum. We think that they
Push early?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great try against Wales. Some fabulous footwork on that.
Crouch!
We talk about the physical preparation of this
Binds.
professional team. See it, Amy
Set.
Cockayne, that acceleration away from the Welsh fullback, I think it was, to score the try. Particularly just clinging into this game
Ball's
with
here.
the inaccuracies of England. It's been a frustrating performance for the Red Roses. McKenna needed a second go, but was brave in the end because she could hear the Italian hooves bearing down on her. Okay. Debuts 2 years ago in this Six Nations.
No, the ball.
Today capped 23. She's turning out to be a superb rugby player. Wilson Hardy, shoved up by Forlan. Who's there? Sarah Hunter, or is she? Who's going to fall on this one first? And Italy have scored. From sheer persistence, never say die attitude from Italy. And Baratin, the captain, for all her individual brilliance today, gets on the score sheet, and it's more frustration for England.
Yeah, brilliant persistence from Italy. First of all, the ball gets kicked to Furlan, probably the most exciting attacking player Italy have, and she's just so persistent, keeps running through, kicking the ball through, and there she is. Baratin, no doubt about it whatsoever. England just couldn't quite clean it up. Baratin, Furlan bearing down. Sarah McKenna can't get there, and there she is. Baratin sneaks in under Harriet Miller-Mills. She is pretty pleased with that one, isn't she?
She can afford herself a smile, and why not? Silari can't get the conversion. A great, any youngsters or any rugby players out there watching, continue to chase until That whistle is
Send them
blown.
on for
Great
me.
example of it here.
3 and 15.
Brilliant, brilliant from her. Brilliant persistence. Italy really with their
Bring them on.
tails up now. And England, it's a team when you know you're not quite performing and then something like that happens, you've got to be careful not to tense up, not to let the frustration
Time done.
hold you back. They need to relax, play their natural game.
Sarah McKenna attempted fly hack is her last act. Katie McLean is on. Emily Scott will move to fullback. Katie McLean goes in at fly half. Other replacement in that front row, so Laura Keats. Her afternoon has done. Sarah Byrne on for her, a youngster. Katie McLean, or quite simply on a different rugby planet. Against Wales, Cardiff Arms Park. One of her outstanding performances as
Advantage.
player of the match. Shown me this week, only her second ever. She was very chuffed.
Turnover's good. We'll play the knock on by Blue 9.
Yeah, coming back, the players coming back from sevens into 15. Number of players who
Girls,
played fly half and
so
played
let's
it
come
well
quick,
for
okay?
England while Katie McLean
kept
was
going
out.
that
So everybody
time.
wondered quite how she'd fit back in. Would she elbow her way back into the starting lineup? Absolutely no doubt about it based on that performance against Wales. Brilliant. She really pulled the strings, didn't she?
Crouch. Bind.
Scotland,
Set.
2014, her last player that. Okay. Baratini thinks she's away again. That is not the
Same
case.
tunnel.
She knows it as well. Typical scrum half. Trying to get away with everything.
Scrum halves, cheeky never. Nicks the ball out
Time
the
off.
side and gets going. Nobody at home whatsoever for England because Kay Wilson on the left wing is standing somewhere out behind Rachel Burford at 12. Clearly an interesting backline move planned.
Okay, time's on.
Just 22 years of age, Veronica Madia.
Crouch.
Zangiolami
Bind.
makes way in the midfield for
Set.
Italy. That scrum's going forward as well. Confidence you get from a try. McLean, she brings anything. She will bit of accuracy. So I say that, Kay Wilson. Just too much in the pass for Emily Scott. It's more of the same from England.
Yeah, coaches tearing their hairs out. Up until this point, that move was perfect. Just the timing between Kay Wilson and Emily Scott, not quite there. There was so much space out there because Kay Wilson had fixed the defender.
Yes, lots of changes for
Crouch.
England. Emily Scott now moving to
Bind.
fullback. Whether
Set.
Emily Scarrett might move there now, Marie coming to the midfield, but
Stand
Emily
up.
Scott, a talented footballer, moving to fullback. But they would have trained this England. They've now got that time to do that.
Wasn't happy with the setup. We'll do it
And
again.
that's why the performance, I guess the overall comment will be a frustrating response. Still quarter of the game left, of course.
Yeah, and it's important to be able to move around positions. You never
Crouch.
know quite
Bind.
what's going to happen in
Set.
any games. You've got to be able to pick up different positions.
Rigoni. Silari still trying on Italy. England will come out with a real purpose in the second half. Cut out the errors. Unfortunately, that's not been
Away
the
now.
case as
Thank
Italy,
you.
after the Baratini score, with a bit between their teeth and are playing some rugby here. So we say that. That ball is knocked on.
Hoops, we have a substitution.
Yep.
8
Yeah, they're
white
taking the
off.
game to England, aren't they?
Substitution.
Brilliant. Getting over the game line. It's that persistence against Solari this time.
Popping clear. Over Sarah Hunter. All of the England back row change now. Emily Scout, the captain.
Crouch.
Sarah Hunter going off.
Bind.
No, back row now.
Set.
Assist of Izzy Noel-Smith, probably clear. And Vicky Fleetwood, who I'm just hearing. First England forward to score a hat-trick in the Six Nations. A little bit of history for this England side. Lucas. Clear, taking it to that line.
Backwards.
Okay. Backwards to the referee.
Play on.
Flag stays down. Did momentarily go up.
Stay.
Tamara Taylor. To Lucas.
Stay.
A little pass out to the next runner. The feature of England's play. Scarrett floated a beautiful pass out. Back inside from Wilson to Katie McLean. And there's the pace of Fleetwood. Sifting try number 4. Oh, she may have got it! She has! Italy knocking that ball on, and Vicky Fleetwood. Superb work from Katie McLean, and Emily Scarrett in the build-up has try number 4.
The look on Vicky Fleetwood's face when she touched that ball down. First of all, though, that pass from Emily Scarrett out to Vicky Fleetwood's what made this. The vision to place that there, then the vision from Katie McLean to kick through. Vicky Fleetwood deserves this try because she's right on hand. The effort, chasing that play, supporting all the way through. That's what made the try, not the knock-on from Italy under pressure from the Katie McLean tackle. But the effort that Vicky Fleetwood had made, chasing that play all over the pitch, supporting, that's what earned her that try.
Timo. Yep.
Would you like to check, please, the lifting of the Italian player?
Sure.
Okay.
Suggestion from Eric Gauzer. Would you like to check the lifting of the player? From Katie McLean. What's the grimace for, Sude?
It's more when it lands, isn't it? That doesn't look good.
Okay.
I'm not
Eric,
a
what I've
referee,
seen,
though.
Yep.
I've got a white player lifting blue 14, okay, over the shoulder. Blue 14 then lands on her head. Do you have anything else to add?
No, exactly. Number 22 white.
Yep. Number 22 white, I've got a lifting tackle, lands on her head while being high as well. Okay, I'm thinking red card.
I follow you.
Okay, thank you.
Here the officials.
Captain, and 22, was it, Eric?
Katie
Yes,
McLean
22.
is being pulled over. The player lands on the head. There's absolutely no argument
22.
about that.
Okay, well, she needs to come back onto the field because
What's that, Kate?
we need 22 white.
That's me.
Okay. Where's the captain?
That would all start here.
Okay. So what we've got 22 white, high lifting, blues then landed on her head. Okay, we're going red card.
Even though she's on her way down.
Surprise from Emily Scarrett. Like to see it one more time. It's more judo than rugby, certainly. The landing is on the head.
It's tough, but the guidance is clear now to referees, isn't it? When there's a high tackle involved and then the player lands on the head, it's a red. You could see from the intention from Katie McLean wasn't there, but the fact is the player's landed on her head, and that's that.
Substitution. One is off the field. You've got 17 coming on.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. Time off.
Some deep breaths in, but
White.
as you
White.
say,
Can I get you the step, please?
very, very clear.
Time back on.
We are now playing a reckless tackle and a player with a reckless tackle. It's more of a wrestle. I think that would be the point that possibly England and Katie McLean would make. specifically a tackle lifting above the horizontal, more of a
No,
grapple,
she's
but
fine. She's fine.
player landing on the back shoulder. We're looking at yellow, landing on the head neck. We're looking at
No,
red,
out now,
landing
white.
on the head.
Yeah, and you know, it is what it is. That's the decision. Players land on the head. England now have to organise themselves. Really big challenge for this team to react. 20 minutes with 14 players. What have you got? And Italy, 20 minutes to run at England with 14 players. What have you got?
Well, it'll give the continued lift to Italy. I wonder whether it'll galvanise England. So England down to 14. Katie McLean, former England captain, red carded for a reckless tackle. Bianca Blackburn on the field. Rocky Clark on the field. Burford pulls it behind Rocky Clark to find Cockayne. Wilson Hardy.
Tackle, release.
Another little test for England here, isn't it? Wilson, Cockayne pulled it in brilliantly.
You can see England's frustration. It's that inaccuracy that's letting them down again. They're creating brilliant opportunities for themselves. Ball with to hand really there, didn't it? She just couldn't claim it.
Time off.
Just making the next movement.
White 13,
Wilson Hardy.
substitution.
Top try scorer in this Six Nations coming into this game with Lydia Thompson and Molly
Time back
Waterman.
on.
3 tries, 2 against Wales, 1 against France. Amber Reid comes on for Emily Scarrett. 19 points the difference. I'm not sure the game is in danger.
No, and it's a big call, isn't it? Katie McLean's just gone off with the red card, and one of the
Crouch.
next most experienced backs, their leader in the backs, England. Emily Scarrett going off. Big challenge for the players on now.
Every substitute used by Simon Middleton. I'm not sure he'll be a particularly happy man. Bonus point try scored before half-time, and one added since then. Of course, that 4th Vicky Fleetwood try scubbed off with the red card incident from Katie McLean, which is well picked up by the officials. Just before the conversion was taken. Tamara Taylor now, the England skipper. Italy, we've seen in the second half, have continued to fight, continue to put the effort in. Baratine try showed that. Probably clear tackle looked a little bit on the high side as Fleetwood racing down that left-hand side. Miller Mills.
Play on.
Until you turn that ball over while the TMO is checking
now, White.
the height
White
out.
out.
That's great officiating, isn't it? Let the game continue. Baratine clears the lines for Italy. Another score here for England will just sit a little easier. Down to 14 Italy at the moment because Rigoni is on her back as Amber takes it on. Tamara Taylor, Byrne. Only just started playing in the front row, the former back row, the University of Gloucester student. 7th cap all from the bench, Cleo. Done well to take that ball, or has she no?
I thought it was
Hit
a
the ground
brilliant
before you
diving
regather.
catch.
Knock
Clearly
on.
a little knock-on in there from Poppy Cleo.
Time off.
Playing the slips. Rigoni. Beatrice Rigoni.
Yeah.
Doesn't look fresh at all.
No, it's just ripping.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Routine
I'm happy
tackle. A referee, TMO. Great communication between those two, just to let the game continue.
Has number 10 been...
Again, that tackle just
For England
bounced
is
up.
now number 5 White.
Okay. Has number 10 blue been replaced?
Yes, Tim Bruce.
Bonaldo,
Not
Elisa
quite ready.
Bonaldo just stripping off very, very quickly.
She wasn't ready for that one, was she?
Yeah, 100%.
But she's had a while because
check.
Rigoni has been
Check.
on her back
Indeed.
for quite a while.
I have another angle.
Time off. Eric,
Yeah, can you please check the action
Ronaldo.
of number 19 white?
She is.
I thought it was good to refer.
Makes her international debut. Thibaut does just want to have another look at this tackle. And the forearm hits the upper arm initially.
Okay.
That's the initial contact. Tiddlywinks, it is not. Physical contact game.
Eric,
Yes.
what I'm seeing is number 19 white, okay, reactionary tackle, but the contact is directly to the head. I'm thinking yellow card.
Yeah.
Agree?
Agree.
Thank you. Captain and 19 white, please.
Probably clearly it's being called over by the referee.
Okay,
Let's have a listen in, Sue.
so I've got a high tackle by 19 white. Yes, it was reactionary, but you've made direct contact with the player's head. It's a yellow card.
Is there anything?
It
No, no. Yeah. I just need the tackles down. Yeah, sure.
Shoulder hitting the
felt
head.
like there was nothing in that tackle to me. Maybe a
No, no, no,
penalty,
it's a
but a yellow card.
White, it's going to be a penalty against you.
England with 13 now on the field.
Time's still off. Time is off. Yeah, yeah.
We said it was a challenge for England already, a challenge even more now.
Talking.
You've just got to pull together as a
Chelsea, it's a
team.
penalty.
Right, there's only
Back 10,
13
please.
of us. We've got to work so hard for the next 10 minutes. Try and keep this
High
team
tackle.
out.
Okay.
When you're ready.
And what an opportunity for Italy to have a go at the England defence now.
And there's space out there. There was a shock last night. Scotland beating Wales. We move into Italy. If they're going to do it, they need to score pretty quickly here. Might just be the lady to do it. Baratin, captain and scrum half.
Play on.
13 against 15. Katie McLean red carded, probably clear yellow carded. Soudet alongside Formula captain. Doesn't agree with a yellow card.
Out now, White.
It was
You're never
interesting
supporting
throughout
your
that
weight.
entire series of play. Harriet Miller-Mills was playing fullback for England. Emily Scott came up into the line. Harriet Miller-Mills hanging around at fullback.
9.
Certainly testing the resources, stretching England here. Too many times they will be down to 13 players.
Yeah. It is testing their resources, and Simon Middleton and the players will be very frustrated, but you know, a little
Girls,
bit
I
of
need you to
Simon
get your
Middleton
heads
and
up,
his
please.
coaching team,
Thank you.
they'll be interested to see how the team reacts under pressure. It's always good experience as a team to get put in these situations and see how you can cope.
Stay, stay, stay.
Some pensive faces in the England coaching box. Some upset players on the bench feel they their teammates down. Yeah, it's Italy's
Knock on
turn to
straight
be
into blue
inaccurate,
player.
and
Okay. Scrum.
they will have the put into the scrum though.
Yeah, we have
13
replacement, please.
Sure.
2 blue.
players on for England.
2 blue off.
Number 2, substitution.
Bertoni comes off for Italy. Giacomoli on wearing 17.
Oh, oh.
No, no. We'll just...
Yeah, and what an attacking opportunity. This is for Italy, a player up in the scrummage, so they ought to win this well. A player up in the back line, so they've got a player spare to run at England.
Crouch!
Only 12 wins and 1 draw in 52 previous Six Nations games for Italy, and they're running England close here. 24-38 last year at home to England. Much tighter score than people would have thought, and they're still looking for more. Stefan tracked down well, but Forlan is there for Italy, and Italy have scored their 3rd try. Still 10 minutes left in this game. It's not over.
And exactly what you would expect Italy to do in that situation. They moved the ball wide. Interesting, England decided that they were going to defend man for man off that scrummage. They pushed up really hard, the 3 midfield players in the middle, but that left a huge amount of space out wide, and far too much for the England wide players to do to cover it. And Forlan, the dangerous runner on the shoulder, so pleased with themselves for getting that try, Italy. But brilliant, great play, really, really accurate. You know, it's all very well saying we've got more players than England, we've got to get it out into those wide places, but that's exactly what they did, and they did it well, and they did it accurately.
Knowing what you've got to do and doing it, 2 very different things.
Exactly.
Solari can't add the 2, but it's another try for Italy. It's 3 tries to 5 now, that defence.
Thanks, buddy. Hopefully.
Andrea Giano Domenico, the Italian coach, doesn't look happy, does he? But I mean, come to the favourite ground of the England women's side. 3 tries put on them. 29-15, and as I say, around 7 minutes left in the game, and plenty of space out there for these dangerous runners, for the likes of Forlan. Really, Italy's only try coming into this game against Ireland. They need to be more accurate than that, though.
Play on, no, out, White, out!
Wilson Hardy acting like a flanker there. Italy have turned it back over again. Came with a tackle. Clark there as well. Italy deep.
Out now, White.
Medea. 10-metre line now, though, Italy. Started from way back. Forlan give another impressive run. England's defence being tested here. Byrne, the latest tackler. Coquella, Baratin and Pilotti. Yellow carded in that first half, the second row for Italy. Patience on the ball here, good ball retention from Italy. Not finding a way through at the moment. England's defence forcing Italy to boot to ball. Harriet Miller-Mills, the New England fullback with 4 on her back, could do nothing about that kick from Solari, not being accurate from the tee today, but that is a superb kick out of hand from the outside centre.
Sorry, Johnny, excellent kick, wasn't it? The trajectory of it was so low when it bounced, impossible for Harriet Miller-Mills, probably not the most experienced fullback that's ever taken the pitch for an international side. She couldn't do anything about it, and a great move from Italy. What they want to do now is pin England back right into their defensive third of the pitch and keep piling the pressure on.
Time on.
I mean, it's been a day of adversity for Italy. Injured players in the warm-up, not a player to bring onto the bench. Only started with 7 on their bench. Early injuries in the back row
They're on
changed
their
the
mark. You
entirety
keep the
of that
gap.
back row from an hour before kickoff. About 25 minutes into this game, but they've continued. Huge fighting spirit from them.
Play on.
Scored that opening try through their winger Stefan and continued.
That's one,
Baratin and
nine.
Follat adding tries 2 and 3 for them.
Use it.
Rochelle Clark maybe looking to
Hold 9.
just add a couple of defenders
Advantage, knock on by
sucked
Blue.
in. Advantage to England. Miller Mills tirelessly working. It's the extra fitness now that England pride themselves on. Rochelle Clark. Emily Scott again
Advantage
using
over.
the blind side. England have tried to do that all day. Work down the blind side. And Wilson Hardy, and again it's huge cheers for the Italian
Behind.
management on the sidelines because they dumped England out, not for the first time in this game, with the touch, and snuffed out yet another attack.
Coops, it's Bob, you got 3.5.
3.5 minutes left in this game, so time to choose your player of the match.
Tough one to call today. It's not been the prettiest performance from either team. From England, it's been a team performance. The pack has worked away really hard once the team's gone down to 13. So I'm going to pick Vicky Fleetwood in the right place at the right time for the try. She has been all over the park, would have had that fourth try from a huge effort, supporting if it hadn't been for the foul play. She's done really, really well today, Vicky Fleetwood. Really used her pace and been all over the place.
Don't go too far wrong. Player of the match with a hat-trick. First
Stay.
ever by England forward in the Six Nations. A little slice of history.
She's fine.
And taking that opportunity
Use it
to
now.
start in that 2 jersey as well. Gives her real selection headaches moving into Scotland, and of course that game against Ireland looming large now. Won't be an easy video session come Monday morning. Giordano. Italy continue to press, continue to show what they're made of. Oh, it's David and Goliath really in terms of resources, isn't it, between these two? But only 14 points on the scoreboard and could make that gap even narrower for Italy. They got a penalty here. Sarah Byrne not rolling away. They go into the corner here. Italy, nothing to lose.
Absolutely not. Go for the extra try. See how close you can get to England. England will be desperate not to give away points here. Desperate to show that they can keep Italy out with 13. The kick's not the best one. They've got a lot to do. Italy from that kick. They wanted a bit closer to the line. But England have to defend this line out now. An earlier line out is when they've been further out. They've had really few in the line out to enable them to defend more out wide England. They can't do that here. Got to defend the line out. Of course, they are back to 14 now.
In.
You probably Cleo back on the field. Italy trying to mix the numbers up. Referees having none of it, says get yourselves back in there. It's double bubble here, isn't it, in terms of match points for Italy. Get a score. Try number 4, they get a point for that. Moving into within 7 points as well. Kind of territory would be potentially 2 points. And this bonus point Six Nations we find ourselves in.
Make it back, please.
Baratin. Madia. Bonaldo.
Advantage.
Debutant. Just knocked that ball on as Nagati races away, but she would have seen the knock-on, as has the referee. And one final scrum, one final play, and England I suspect will be very, very happy to see the end of this game, to see the end of Italy for this Six Nations.
Yeah, there's the knock-on. I think they were hoping, Magatti hoping that the referee hadn't spotted it, but it was an easy one to spot. Yeah. England just want this game over and done with now, I should think.
Put it to bed.
Crouch! Bind!
Now the puff out of the cheeks. Pictures often tell us
Coach, your time.
their own story. But England are come away from the base of the scrum through Harriet Miller-Mills. Bianca Blackburn waits with Rochelle Clark. That
Time is
game
gone.
is gone, says the referee now, England. Emily Scott now drops back. Bianca Blackburn, Emily Scott kicks the ball out. And England have done it. It's mission accomplished in terms of the win and the 4 tries, but most of the plaudits really go to Italy for a hugely resilient and passionate display
Well played, very good job.
from them.
Yeah, that's right. England started to pull away in the first half, and a team on the receiving end of that, you can let your head go down. Italy did quite the opposite. They carried on taking the game to England, and in the end it was Italy in the ascendancy in that game, probably their best ever performance against England.
It does finish England 29, Italy 15. The bonus point is there for England. Vicky Fleetwood with the hat-trick, first ever England forward to do that. And when the dust settles on this performance, which is inaccurate and a frustrating one for England, but it is 3 from 3 now. And the 5 points have been gained today, and therefore they move on to Scotland. And the bigger challenges that Simon Milton know are coming. Scotland and then Ireland, of course, in the final round.
Running the paint job.
Frustration, certainly, but England do take the win.
Fuck.
Plenty of changes in the England side. One of them was Vicky Fleetwood in that front row, but she's done her course no harm at all. Superb performance from the England hooker. And she is player of the match, and she's now talking to Laura Jane Jones.
Wow. Vicky, they say that forwards win games, backs decides how much, but today you decided how much. How much did you enjoy that?
Oh, that was amazing. To get 80 minutes under my belt after coming back from the injury was fantastic, and I can't thank the rest of my team enough for being able to put me over the white line for a time like I haven't done that for a long time. So yeah, that was really exciting, and actually it was all down to the forwards and sticking together and working on our processes, and that's what we've been looking at all week. So yeah, really happy with that. Good to ground out the win. We were resilient till the end, even though it didn't always go our way.
There were a lot of changes made this week by Simon. How much do you think you weathered the storm of that? Obviously it was a bit more difficult than last week. Are you happy with the way that the team put things together?
Yeah, as I said, we stuck it out. That was all we wanted to do. We came away with the bonus point win, and yeah, that's what we were looking to do. Obviously, as you said, lots of changes. It's always going to be a bit scrappy, but we got it how we wanted at the end. Came away with the win.
From a forwards perspective, how much do you think Matt's going to be happy with the way the maul went today?
Yeah, I think he's going to be really happy. That's something obviously that we've been working on in the week, so really good to have put it into practice and to have come away with a few points from it.
Well, congratulations, Vicky. You are the 2017 Women's Six Nations Player of the Match.
Thank you very much.